So this is module 4 investigation 5, and we're going to talk about n unit growth and decay factor. So n is not equal to 1 this time. Okay, so I'll do number 5 and then I'll do number 6. So use the graph to complete the following. Okay, so 2 unit growth factor means x is increased by 2, but as you notice, and the point that we have is actually the from negative 2 to the 2 to the 1, right? So increase by 2. So in here, so we can just use a y value, and then that will be the 2 unit growth factors. So I'm going to do 40 divided by 15.625, which is I got 2.56. Now I need to find the 6 unit growth factor, but the 6 unit growth factor is 3 times of the 2 unit growth factor. So in order to find it, you just need to use a 2.56 as a 2 unit growth factor and then make a cubes because 3 times, okay? Now I got 16.777. And then I can change the 1 unit growth, 1 unit percent change, but before we use the 1 unit percent change, I need to get to the 1 unit, the growth factor first, okay? So 1 unit growth factor means I'm going to use a 2 unit growth factor since the 2.56 is a 2 unit growth factor. So, but I'm looking for 1 unit, so it's going to be 1 over 2, which is half of the 1 is half of 2, right? And then I got 1.6. Okay, so which is a percent change means 160%. Subtract the 100%, so about 60% increases. And the half unit growth factor, so this is when you have a 1 unit unit growth factor, and then I'm gonna make half of it, so 1 over 2, which becomes 1.265. And then do you think we can find the 3 unit growth factor? Yes, I can use a 1 unit growth factor, which is 1.6. So 1.6. Then I put the cubes to get the 3 unit growth factor, which is a 4.096. So now initial value is when x equal to 0, which is this is the initial value for y's, okay, when x equal to 0, okay. So in order to do this, what I do is I just dividing, okay, so 40 and divide by 1 unit growth factor, so 1.6. So if I do that, and then it'll be the 25. And then I can make the formula, right? So f of x is going to be 25 initial value and 1 unit growth factor to the x power. Now h, the average rate of the change of r of x with respect to the x in the value of the x increases from -1 to 1. Okay, so average rate of change. So we are looking for this one to average rate. So what we do is, f of b minus f of a over b minus a. That's exactly what it is, okay? So which is f of b is f of 1 subtract f of -1 over 1 minus -1. And then f of 1 to plug it in here, which is a 25 times 1.6 to the first power, subtract 25 times 1.6 to the -1 power over 2. Then when you do this, I get the 40 minus 15.625. We already had the value, isn't it? We'll plug it in over 2, which is going to be the 12.1875. Okay. Explain how to interpret the value of the u found in h. So what I do is actually the average rate of the change about the segment between the 2 points. So what I'm saying is this line. So when you have this line, so from this point to this point are the slope. So the slope of the line connecting the 2 points represent the average rate of the change of the r of x with respect to the x is the value of the x increase from the -1 to 1. So in here, this is a constant rate of the change. Need to have a change in the r of x, which is about 20. X in chart changes by 2. So it hold on a second. So constant rate of the change is by 2. Okay, this is actually the by 1, isn't it? By 1, but by 2 is actually this one. Okay, so I want to say this is the constant rate of change needed to have a change in out of x of 24,000. Yeah, I need to get this actually. I need to subtract it. So 24,375 over 2. So 375 when x change by 2. Okay. Alright, let's take a look at the number 6. Number 6 is a decreasing. So number 5 was increasing. Number 6 is a decreasing now. So use the graph to complete the following. So 3 unit, this time is a decay factor, right? Okay, because decreasing. So 3 unit means, okay, so x is increased from the 0 to 3, isn't it? Okay, so 3 units. So what I do is find the y value, which is 36.8475 divided by 60, which is 0.614 is the 3 unit growth factor, the decay factor. So now 60 is the twice of the 3, right? So 0.614, make it twice. I got 0.377. And then the 1 unit growth factor use the 3 units, so 0.614. So 1 unit is a 1/3 of the 3 unit, right? So I got 0.85. And then percent change means 85 is 85%, subtract 100, and then means a negative 15% change, okay? So decrease in the 15%. So half unit growth factor, which is use 0.85, and then it's going to be half power, which is going to be 0.922, okay? And the 5 unit growth factor, use 1 unit growth factor, 0.85 to the 5th power, and then I got 0.444. And the initial value when x equal to 0 is a 60, so I got 60. Formula is gonna be the f of x equal to, oh, this one, actually the w of x is w of x, isn't it? Which is 60 of 0.85 to the x power. And then the average rate of the change of the w of x in respect to the x value of the x increase from the 0 to 3. So I will do w of 3 subtract w of 0 over 3 minus 0. So w of 3 is already given 36.8475 subtract 60 over 3, and then it will be about negative 23.1525 over 3, about negative 7.7175. So I explain how to interpret the value of defined in the h, which is slope of the line connecting the 2 points represent the average rate of the change of w of x with respect to the x as the value of the x increase from the 0 to 3. So this is the constant rate of change needed to have a change in w of x of negative 23.1525 when x changes by 3. Alrighty, and that'll be all for this investigation. Thank you for listening.